There are places in the world that feel familiar the moment you arrive. And then there is Japan. A country where silence is not empty, but alive, where neon lights cut through ancient streets, and where centuries-old traditions still shape the rhythm of everyday life. At first glance, it may feel like a contradiction, a place moving forward faster than almost anywhere else on Earth, yet holding on to its past with quiet, unshakable discipline. But the longer you stay here, the more you begin to realize Japan is not divided between tradition and future. It exists in both at the same time, and somehow it works. Japan is an island nation in East Asia made up of over 6,800 islands, but the vast majority of its population lives across just 4 main ones: Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. From above, it appears compact, controlled, almost carefully arranged, but on the ground, it is something entirely different. Tokyo pulses like a machine that never sleeps. Kyoto breathes like a memory preserved in time. Osaka moves with a rhythm of its own, loud, expressive, alive. Each city tells a different version of the same story. A story about balance, between speed and stillness, between innovation and heritage. Tokyo is often described as the most advanced city in the world, but that description alone does not capture it, because Tokyo is not just advanced, it is precise. Trains arrive not on time, but within seconds of expectation. Crossings fill with thousands of people, yet somehow there is no chaos, only coordination. Even silence here feels structured. At night, the city transforms. Neon signs reflect off glass towers, streets glow in endless color. Yet even in its brightest moments, Tokyo never feels reckless. It feels controlled, intentional. And beneath all of this motion, there is something deeply Japanese still present. Respect for space, for order, for others. If Tokyo feels like the future, Kyoto feels like memory. Once the imperial capital of Japan, Kyoto holds a quieter rhythm. Here, wooden temples stand unchanged for centuries. Stone paths lead through bamboo forests that whisper instead of speak. And geisha still walk through narrow districts where modernity feels distant. But Kyoto is not frozen in time. It is alive in a different way, a slower way. Tea ceremonies are still performed with exact precision. Shrines are still visited with quiet reverence. And every movement seems intentional. In Kyoto, nothing is rushed, because here, time is not something to chase. It is something to respect. Beyond the cities and landmarks, Japan reveals itself in smaller moments. A convenience store worker bowing slightly as you leave, a perfectly arranged meal that looks almost too precise to eat, a train station where strangers stand in silent order, each person respecting invisible boundaries. Even vending machines feel intentional, offering not just drinks, but convenience woven into daily life. There is a cultural idea here that even the smallest action matters and that nothing should disturb the harmony of others. To an outsider, it may seem strict, but to those who live here, it is simply respect made visible. What makes Japan unique is not that it is modern and not that it is traditional, but that both exist without conflict. A businessman in Tokyo may carry centuries of cultural discipline while using technology more advanced than anywhere else in the world. A teenager may scroll through futuristic devices and still visit shrines to pray for good fortune. Even architecture reflects this balance. Glass skyscrapers stand not in opposition to temples, but beside them, as if neither is trying to replace the other, only coexist. And in that coexistence, something rare is created: harmony. At night, Japan feels different again, not quieter, but more reflective. In Tokyo, the city glows endlessly, but the noise never overwhelms. In smaller towns, streets become empty faster than expected, yet even emptiness here does not feel abandoned. It feels peaceful, safe, almost sacred in its stillness. There is a softness to Japanese nights, a reminder that not everything needs to be filled with sound. Japan is often admired for its technology, its culture, its precision, but perhaps its deepest lesson is something simpler: that progress does not require forgetting the past, and tradition does not require resisting the future. In Japan, both are allowed to exist, side by side, without conflict, without noise, and in that balance, you begin to understand something larger. That modernity does not have to erase identity. It can coexist with it, quietly. And maybe that is what makes Japan so unforgettable. Not its speed, not its lights, not even its history, but the way everything exists together, without ever needing to compete. A place where tradition and future do not fight for space. They share it, in silence,